Hello, everyone. My name is Mr. Lopresti. I'm the Department Head of Student Services. I would like to first start off by welcoming all our grade 8s that'll be joining us from our family of schools in September, and your grade 8 teachers who are doing a wonderful job helping to support you along with and collaboratively with our itinerant pathway teachers, Mrs. Gilchrist and Ms. Deary. So I want to welcome you all and thank you all for joining me in this presentation for your transition from grade 8 to grade 9 and the registration process for Bishop Reading. Please join me at this moment in the sign of our faith as we pray. In the name of the Father, the Son, Holy Spirit. Amen. Loving God, our Creator, our friend, our companion, bless our journey of learning, refresh our souls, and renew our spirits. Lead us in paths of wisdom, compassion, and understanding. Bless us with the enduring love of learning. Together in His name, Amen. In the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, Amen. Welcome to the transition from grade 8 to grade 9 option sheet presentation. Our agenda for today includes an introduction to student services, our specialty programs, the secondary school format, diploma requirements, recommendations and course levels, selecting courses on my blueprint and how to submit, the AP registration process, and a quick review of the registration timelines. The Student Services Department consists of counselors assigned to an alpha. Our counselors are Ms. Petrobon Flynn, Ms. Bridges, Ms. Frazier, myself, Mr. Lopresti, Ms. Grant, Mr. Sixero, Ms. Nayar, our student success teacher, Ms. Bazzelli, our student services secretary. Student services performs a number of different functions for you. We support you in many different ways. We help you to reach your goal, whether it be your post-secondary, by going to college, to university, the workplace, an apprenticeship. We help you. So we help you to plan your academics, your post-secondary plan, and we also offer personal, social, emotional support when you're having a bad day. We're here for you. As far as helping you plan for your career and lifelong planning, we follow a 4-step inquiry model process for pathway plans. We identify in our discussion with you who you are, what your interests are, what you want to become. We then examine what opportunities are available for you and what we're going to need to do in order to help you achieve those goals. In terms of our specialty programs at Bishop Reading, we do offer 2 programs. Our first is our extended French program, and then we have our advanced placement program. The secondary school format consists of 2 semesters, which have an exam and culminating activity at the end of each semester. We have a 4-period day, which runs from 8:30 in the morning to 2:30 p.m. We provide our students with a common lunch, and this is for grade 9s only. And we are a uniformed school, and in school wear is our uniform provider located on 720 Nipissing Road, Milton. A common question that arises when we do these presentations is, what do I need in order to graduate? Well, here you go. We have 30 credits over 4 years. 18 of those are compulsory courses, 12 are elective courses. You also must complete 40 hours of community service and successfully complete the grade 10 Ontario Secondary School Literacy Test in March of your grade 10 year. I'll go over the 40 hours of community service and the OSSLT criteria in the next few slides. As far as community service goes, provincial guidelines govern placements. We encourage our students to perform their civic duty and give back to the community. There is minimal school involvement in placements. Most of our placements are outside of school hours. Hours must be documented using a form available on the WeAreBR website under the Student tab under Community Service. Students may begin community service involvement as of July the 1st, 2021. A site that I would recommend, since we're in a pandemic, would be to visit sparkontario.ca. This is a website which contains volunteer hours through a virtual experience. This would be a site that I would recommend all grade 8 students in our community to explore, to see where you can do your virtual volunteering, and check it out. As far as the Ontario Literacy Test goes, yes, it is a requirement to graduate. You do write this in grade 10. And the expectations of this test are another question that I often get by students. Really, the expectations are based on the curriculum up to and including grade 9. So you'll see grade 7, grade 8, grade 9 curriculum on there. If a student is unable to successfully meet the standards in their first attempt, one of two things will happen. You'll be recommended to take the test again in grade 11, or you may be directed to complete the grade 12 Ontario Literacy course. And doing that will actually give you a credit and the requirement for the Ontario Literacy Test. So you have achieved 2 goals there that will benefit you. When choosing your course levels, please choose them carefully. Really look at your grade 8 teacher's recommendations. A recommendation form is going to go home. It's going to look like an option sheet. In fact, it actually is an option sheet, but it's simply section D that's going to be filled out by the grade 8 teacher along with your name up at the top with their recommendations for placement for next year. Since you're applying through My Blueprint, if you're applying through regular track, there is no need to submit or upload this PDF, of course, unless you are taking AP. All right, and I'll get to that a little bit later on. Please carefully consider your grade 8 teacher's recommendations. They know you best. Take a quick look and have a strong reflection on your learning skills, what your interests are, and your possible career goals as you're making your choices with your parents. Students can choose to take a combination of academic or applied level courses. You could take an academic English, an applied math, and maybe an applied science if those 2 subject areas aren't your strong suit, and if you have no intention of going to university for math or science. Now, with math curriculum, we still have not received any information from the ministry in terms of math being de-streamed for 2021 to 2022 school year. Once we receive that information, we will then receive a proper course code, and we will then make adjustments to student timetables. So there won't be any need for you to worry about that. At the moment, teachers continue to make your recommendations as status quo. So if you feel a student is working at the applied level for math, science, or English, make those recommendations. All right. If you want to make a course change or a level change, you and your parents have until February 15th, 2021, pardon that, that's a little typo there, and there will be a Google Doc under the Students tab on the WeAreVR website under Grade 8 Information, and it will look for course changes for 2021-2022 school year under Grade 8 Student Information on our WeAreVR website. You'll be able to submit a Google form there with your change, okay? And you have until February 15th to do that. So please follow that timeline. This is what the teacher recommendation fillable form is going to look like. Teachers, my recommendation is I've sent this out to you. Download it onto your desktop. For each student, save it under that student's name and email it to the parent once it's been filled out. So at the top, you'll fill out the student's name, first and last name, and here in section D, you'll click the boxes that show the recommendations you're making, okay? And then what I would like you to do is also save a copy for me, and I would ask you send it in a folder with your class name on it, with your name on it, and all the fillable forms from your students in that folder. Email them directly to Mr. Lopresti at loprestic.hcdsb.org. And that way we have an electronic copy of those recommendations as well as the parent. So when we did talk about levels just a minute ago, we have a variety of different options for students. We talked about our extended French and our AP. So really, at the end of the day, what is pre-AP for you, and what does that mean? So it's an advanced series of courses. We have them in 5 different subject areas: English, math, science, geography, and French. And this helps to begin to prepare you for university. It's a rigorous preparation for the courses you're going to be taking in grade 12. The courses are intended to be challenging, but the benefits to students are well worth the extra work to do this. So if you paid attention and joined us for our pre-AP presentation, and you want to review that presentation is located on our homepage of the WeAreBR website. So you can review it again just to get all the ins and outs of the AP program, and when those special deadlines are, and what is required of you, being a family of school student, to do in addition to just submitting your courses on my blueprint. Okay, so I will go over that as well here in this video. However, if you want more detail about pre-AP, take a look at that video. I recommend it. So the pre-AP, the 6th digit identifies that course. So for example, English 1DA, you're looking at the 6th digit. The A in this case identifies that course as AP. If it were ENG 1D1, we're looking at the 5th digit. The 5th digit tells you that it's academic. The D stands for the academic program. Now, the academic courses at BR are geared towards students currently achieving 75% or higher in a specific subject area. There is a greater emphasis on theory, and students are expected to be strong, independent, self-motivated learners, as new concepts are presented daily and the workload is definitely more demanding. In terms of applied level courses, in this case, ENG 1P1 would be applied. The P stands for applied. It is geared for students who are currently achieving under 70% on the grade A curriculum in specific subject areas. Greater emphasis is on practical hands-on application of learning concepts. It's definitely a more teacher-led learning environment with hands-on experience, and the workload is moderate. And for students who have a modified grade 8 plan or curriculum, we do offer English, math, and geography at the locally developed level. And this does lead those students into the workplace stream in grade 11 and 12, and eventually onto the workforce once they graduate with us. Open level courses are for every student, regardless of the level. So, all elective courses, including our compulsory religion course, is open. So it is basically a course that would be similar to what you're doing in the elementary classroom right now, where you have students of all varying abilities. As far as our pathways go, at Bishop Reading, we offer a variety of different pathways when you guys are moving forward and thinking of your plan. We offer programs with electrical OEAP, OEAP hairstyling, if you are interested in becoming a stylist. If you're interested in becoming an electrician, we do have that program as well. We offer a variety of SHISM programs, and we have 2 new ones. Our new SHISM programs are in the energy sector and in sports. In addition to those, we have business, we have technology SHISMs in transportation and in construction. We have ICT SHISMs, which are in media arts and engineering. So we have a lot of programming here for you. And these programs are accessible, and you can start planning for these programs during grade 10 going into grade 11. And you would meet with us in order to plan for those pathways. All right, and more information will be provided to you about that. You can even ask your Pathways itinerant at your school, Ms. Gilchrist or Ms. Deary, about this information, and we can provide that to them if they don't have it, which I'm guessing they probably will. But in the event that they don't, they can always ask us, and we'll provide any Pathways information for them to give to you. As far as the course selection, I'm going to quickly show you how to navigate my blueprint. Okay, at this time, I'm just going to walk you through the registration process on my blueprint and how to submit your courses. It is a 3-step process. If you are not attending Bishop Reading next year and you've made that decision with your parents because you might be moving, you may be applying for a cross boundary somewhere else, there will be a button here, up here, right where my pointer is. It's not on mine because mine is a mock account and it's not active. Really active, but there'll be a button saying not returning. So you'll click on that button, you'll indicate that, you'll confirm that you're not attending BR next year, and you'll be identifying where you will be attending, okay? And that will be submitted to our Excel file that we'll be downloading off of my blueprint. So we'll know that information. Now, for those of you who are coming to Bishop Reading, regular track, that means you're not involved in any specialty programs, whether it be extended French, French immersion, or the pre-AP. You're simply going to fill this out as well. Those of you who are applying for specialty programs that are in our family of schools will submit this, plus do the additional requirement for AP. So if you are, for example, applying to just a regular program, here's what you would do. You would select your course. You can sort and filter this out by grade so you don't see all the other courses. Your teacher recommended you take English 1D. Excellent. Gives you a course description here. You add that course to your plan and you follow the steps accordingly for each of the compulsory 6 that you're required to take, okay? So the mathematics, the science, the French, you're either going to be selecting extended French or core French here at the academic or the applied level, and it's all found under Francais. And the FEF 1D1 is for the extended French student. For those of you who are in French immersion, my recommendation would be to select this at the moment because I know that question is going to come up. Once we've got confirmation from the board regarding the French immersion program at BR and the extended French program at BR, we'll make adjustments accordingly, okay? So if you are in French immersion at St. Peter, for example, select the extended French and for now, and select the geography and extended French for now, and that will be under Canadian and World Studies, and it is right here, extended French geography, okay? People, do not make the mistake of selecting this. If you're in the extended French program, that's simply geography and English at the academic level. Those of you in the extended French program or the immersion program, select extended French Canadian geography. It has the F at the end of the course code, which indicates extended French, okay? So you'll click on that. We'll add that course to the plan, okay? Mathematics, same deal. Academic math, add course. Science, academic, grade 9, add the course. Your religion is going to be located under the religious education tab, HRE 101. You will add that to your program. Then you will add an elective, and you'll notice that you'll have choices in art, in business studies. You'll also have options in guidance and career education. You can take the GLS course, which is a general learning strategies course, and that course there will help you to become a better independent learner. For those of you who are struggling, students will learn how to develop and apply literacy skills, numeracy skills, personal management and interpersonal and teamwork skills, and improve their learning and achievement in high school. And this will definitely help you to build confidence and motivation to pursue opportunities for success in school. So for me, I'm going to add this to my plan because I think it's a necessity for me right now. And then another course that I would consider taking, just because I like it, and it's not because you have to take it. There are many options in business, art, in phys ed, in tech. All right, I'm gonna probably go to physical education and get my phys ed credit done, my compulsory phys ed. And so I will add that to my courses, and then I have choices to make here. You know what? Maybe I want to take my art credit now. So I'm going to change this. So this is what I found. I'm going to change this to another program. So I'm going to go to the arts, select art, grade 9, and I'm going to select visual art. So I've added that now. I've made that change to my plan. Okay, you can also delete it and then add it. It'll take you to the full list this way. Okay, and so you can add that course and then simply add 2 alternates. So I'm going to select, let's see, I'm going to put that guidance and career learning as my alternate right now, and then I'm going to select tech course. I think that might be a good idea for me, just in case I don't get my first 2 choices. And then I've got my exploring computer technologies course, which is more of an engineering course, my integrated technology, which gives you a sampler of auto, construction, and tech design. Or, if you're interested in hairstyling, you can take the hairstyling course. Okay, the hairstyling and aesthetics. You learn how to cut hair. You learn how to style hair. You learn about makeup. There's a variety of different tech courses offered to you. So for me, I like auto. I like construction. I like tech design. So I'm going to add that course as an alternate. Again, you will have an opportunity to change these electives and these course levels by February the 15th. Your parents can take a look at this by logging back in to my blueprint with you after the submission, and you would simply fill out a Google form that will be located under grade 8 information to make a course change. Okay, and we'll post more of that information and send that out through your grade 8 teachers closer to that time. Okay, so I've selected my courses. It's literally taken me less than 3 minutes without the talking to you. So the next step is going to be to review courses. So I'm going to click this blue button here, review course selections. Excellent. Look at that. Everything's checked off green, which means it's all good. All right. So at the end of that, I'm going to just add comments. In your comments, you can specifically say, I want to split up my math and science. Whoops. And that will tell me you want one in one semester and one in the other semester. Also, remember to balance my electives, one in each semester. And if it's doable, we will do that for you. So once that's done, you can submit your courses. If you don't add a comment, if you have no comment at all, just say no comments. It will not allow you to submit your courses. So what you need to understand here is this piece here. Once you submit, you can no longer make changes in my blueprint. So again, as I mentioned to you before, February the 15th is the last day that you can request a level change, a course change, an elective change. Okay, so those items are able to be changed up until February 15th by going onto our WeAreBR website, click on Students, click on Grade 8 Information, and then select the option to request a course change. Okay, and you'll be able to make a course change there by submitting that Google form. We'll know about it, we will access it, we will make that change before we start scheduling, and we'll let you know, okay, that the course change has been made via email. Okay, so we'll require not only your email, but your parents' personal email, so that way we can email them with notification that the change has been made. All right. So I've done everything I needed to do. I've added courses. I reviewed my course selections. I'm happy. If I wasn't happy, I can go back. I can just X out and go back and make some changes before I submit. Then I would come back to this step 2 after I click on review courses. I would add my comments, and since I'm happy and I'm pleased with the way everything looks here, I'm going to submit my courses for 2021. Now, you'll notice there are no forms to be filled out. No course verification this year, okay? This is fine. It's been submitted in my blueprint. That is all you have to do. It's a 3-step process. Step 1, add your courses based on your teacher recommendations. Step 2, review your courses before you submit your courses, which is step 3. In step 2, don't forget to add any notes that you want your counselor to know about. And once that is done, you submit it. Once you submit it, you can't make any more changes. On my blueprint, at that point, you would have to access the Google Doc to make a change for 2021-2022. And those changes, again, can be a level change, an elective change, all right? And those are the two items that we will look at, all right? And I will now go on to the AP section and pass that off to Mr. Sixero.
So basically, I'm going to walk you through a couple of slides that will kind of mimic what you will see when it comes to applying to the AP program here at Bishop Brennan High School. So the first slide here is a very raw version of the option sheet that many of you guys will complete. Once you access this option sheet online, the good thing about it is that it is a fillable option sheet. And a lot of it you'll type in, but most of it you literally will check boxes throughout. So for example, if you're applying to a particular number of AP courses, you would simply check those off, right? If you're applying to just other academic courses, you would check those off as well. And then included, you would have to also choose your elective credits and fill in any other sort of information on this main page, including all the major information at the top from your son or daughter's name to home address. The second component of the option sheet is more so for the special education and just kind of a reminder of what is entailed in our AP application. And then finally, at the very bottom here is where your grade 8 teachers will be allowed to make the recommendations towards your high school career. If I can see anything from being a guidance counselor, please try to follow these recommendations. Usually those grade 8 teachers really know your son and daughter and where they are academically, so I encourage you to follow those recommendations. Okay, so this slide is a image of our website at wearebr.ca. I just want to point out the page that has all this detailed information, probably even more so than what this presentation entails. So if you have absolutely any questions whatsoever, all you have to do is go to WeAreBR and then click on Advanced Placement and then click on the Pre-AP timeline, and all this information, including the presentation, including the slideshow, and even the Q&A Google Docs that you will be able to access to will be. All right, the enrollment period for the AP program, we are going to open it starting November 6th and run it to November 27th. In the past, we've gone ahead and actually opened it right away after this presentation, but it's just going to take a little bit longer to piece all this together. So we're going to start in November 6th. All the links and everything that you possibly need, again, will be on that website, and literally you can just follow step by step, and it should take you kind of through the entire application. But a couple of things to note. The first thing is, if you are going to apply to our BR program, you have to apply to a minimum of 2 AP courses. And the actual application won't allow you to do anything less. So you have to have at least 2 courses. And you can go to as many as you want, being all 5 if you choose. The second bullet here, is a really important one. Is basically when it comes to applying to AP, we are looking for the grades of your grade 7 report card to be at a level 4, which is basically 85% and above in each of the strands. Okay, not just one strand, all the way through. If you decide to submit a report card and submit those grades, and those grades are in the 70s, the system would automatically reject those grades. So please make sure if you are going to apply to a particular strand of AP, make sure the grades are there, okay? And as it says in bold there, the reason the way we will confirm this is you will be uploading your grade 7 report card as well, and then we will be cross-referencing that. So there's really no way to get about sneaking in a bad grade because either I will see it or the system will catch it as well. Now, since we are using a Google Doc for this online application, you must register as a Google user in order to actually upload documents. If you are not registered as a Google user, it won't allow you to upload your grade 7 report card or any of the other documents that we are requesting. Most students these days have some sort of Google account. So as long as you have a Google account, you can access these documents, you should be fine. And then finally, a thing that we introduced about 2 years ago, we are going to, you must complete our AP exam and you must be successful at it as well. All right, the AP entrance exam. So the very first thing to note is that there is a cost to it. It will be $15, and the $15 must be paid on School Cash Online. We will not be accepting any sort of checks or any sort of cash. So when we open this again in November 6th, you can access our School Cash Online at that link that we have right here, and you should see the icon for the pre-AP exam at a value of $15. If you have not registered for School Cash Online, it's something that you will have to do. Coming into BR, you will have to have a School Cash Online account anyway, so it's something that you might as well do to start off with. And then simply as for most of you guys have done this before, you just click on the item, put it into your cart, and then pay for it. One thing to note though is we will be requesting a confirmation of the payment through the AP online application. So make sure you get an opportunity to save it and download it as a PDF and have it ready moving forward. Okay, so this is where it gets a tiny bit complicated because we have so many students applying to AP. We have to separate them into 3 groups that I've shown here. So the first group are students that are part of our family of schools: St. Anthony, Holy Rosary, Our Lady of Victory, St. Peter, St. Benedict's. Okay. Our second group of students are those students that are part of our school board, just not part of our family of schools. And then essentially the third group, which tends to be the largest group, is our non-board schools. Okay, and these are basically any students that don't fall within the first 2 groups. Now, regardless of whatever group that you are in, okay, the 2 things that everyone has to do, okay, for your AP application to be accepted is that you have to pay for the AP entrance exam fee of $15, as well as pay for the school activity fee of $65 as well. The AP application will ask for a confirmation of receipt. So as you pay for these, please make note of saving it to your computer as a PDF, because again, you will upload it at a later point. Now, where it gets different per group is what sort of documents we need to see in order to accept your AP application. So if you are part of our family of schools, most of the registration process will be done on My Blueprint. So really for you guys, the only thing that you need to upload into the AP application will be the receipt of the AP fee of $15 and a copy of your grade 7 report card. I want to make a quick note is when you do upload these documents, it will only accept a PDF version. Okay, no JPEGs are allowed. So you do have to scan it into your computer and upload it as a PDF file, and you have to upload it as one single PDF file. So a typical report card might come in 2 or 3 pages. You would need to scan that in as one file and upload the entire document. If you are part of the Halton Catholic District School Board, but not part of our family of schools, you have to upload a few extra little items. Still the $15 confirmation of receipt, your grade 7 report card. But what you will also have to do is you will also have to download our option sheet, okay, which is right on there on the Google Doc, so it'll be right accessible, and you will have to complete it, upload that as well. And then on top of that, pay for the $65 fee, okay, but show the receipt as an upload as well. And then finally, as a non-board student, you basically do what the other 2 groups would have done, but on top of that, we do need to verify certain documents, like a Canadian birth certificate, proof of residency, and your OEN number. The idea here is we will have a verification week in beginning of February, so February 1st to February 4th, as you see there, which will allow parents to come into our building with these documents, and they will be able to show those documents to us. And on top of that, we can verify all these pieces of information. But again, that will only be for students who are part of our 3rd group there of non-board schools. The pre-AP entrance exam. So each student, as mentioned before, have to successfully pass the pre-AP entrance exam. Again, the cost is $15, and we will be holding the AP exam here at our schools throughout many classrooms, making sure that we follow our COVID rules and regulations. Students will register for this on the AP online application as well. As you come to the end of the AP application, it will ask you to choose a seat number in order to write the exam. The seat number really has absolutely no relevance to anything. It's really more so an attendance thing for us and a way that we can distribute the students throughout the school in a safe manner. One of the biggest questions that we get is what is on this pre-AP entrance exam. It will be based on 2 subject areas of English and math, and it will cover both grade 7 and grade 8 curriculum. We are not looking for students to get 90s on this exam. It's great if they do, but it's not a necessity to get into our AP exam. On average, we're looking for probably something around the 60 mark because we do realize that some of the content that is on this exam may be material that your son or daughter may not have seen quite yet. So that's why we're not really expecting students to achieve high levels of it. We just need something to show us that they can handle the rigorous manner of what an AP program is about. Okay, and as labeled here, the last thing is we will have our exam date on December 9th, which I believe is a Wednesday, and it will be between 5 and 8 p.m. Now, the entrance exam, important notes. First thing, we are asking everyone to arrive 15 minutes prior to the beginning of the test. What we're hoping is that all students realize what number they are, what seat number they are, and as soon as they come into our building, we will know exactly where to place them. That's the whole point of asking for that information in the AP exam. The test will begin at 5 p.m. sharp with instructions, and we want to get right into it so we don't really go past the 3-hour mark. As you can see, the test is broken up into a reading section that runs an hour, a writing section that runs 35 minutes, and then we typically go to break, give the kids an opportunity to kind of stretch their legs, and then we finish off with a 60-minute period focusing on math, giving you the total time of 3 hours. We are hoping that once the exam is over, we can send the students out of the building in a safe way. So please make sure that you are there to pick up your child promptly at 8 p.m. What we do not want to see is any parents entering the building at all. Again, we're going in accordance to our COVID policies with our school board. What we're expecting students to bring, definitely bring a bottle of water, and during the opportunity of a break, they can have some sort of peanut-free snack. They don't need a large meal, but something maybe to get into the bellies until they get into the second component of the test. Materials wise, we do need students to bring these materials. Number one is pencils. right? Not just one, just in case it breaks, but bring several pencils. A ruler is an asset as well, along with an eraser, and definitely bring some sort of scientific calculator. It will just make the math component much easier for the student. One of the biggest issues we had last year when I was trying to organize all the information coming through was the amount of students who had different names on their option sheet to what they wrote on their AP exam sheet. So this is the reason why I brought up this in this slide. In the AP application, it will ask you to input your name of your son or daughter twice, okay? The first time it will ask you based on the option sheet, what you typically would register your son or daughter with the school, last name and first name. And then there's a second component will ask you again to write out your last name and first name of your son or daughter, but based on the Cat 4 answer sheet that you can see at the below at the end of this slide here. The reason I put this there is because we need to have those names matching what is on our Google Doc to what is written on the AP exam. If these names do not match, it is very, very difficult, and I stress this, to match your son or daughter's AP results from the exam with who they actually are. Last year, I could say I probably dealt with about 50 cases where these names were completely different, and it was almost impossible to find out a student's grade on the AP exam. So I'm stressing this, please make sure that whatever name you put down for the Cat 5 answer sheet on the AP application, you write that exact name as well when you come in to write the AP exam. Finally, here are the remaining timelines that we have for AP program. So when we get back from Christmas holidays, myself, Ms. Castellaran, and the rest of the AP committee will meet and we will go through the entire AP application. Again, we will verify marks, we will go through report cards, we will read comments that get inputted, and then we will finally make decisions. Those decisions will be made on January 22nd, which again, I believe is a Friday. And you will receive notification of this through emails. Everything is going to be done through an email. Now, if your son or daughter, let's say, applies to 5 AP courses and they get accepted to all 5 programs, then you will receive 5 emails. You essentially will see it. You will receive an email for the number of AP courses that you actually apply to. So on that January 22nd, expect to get a whole bunch of information from us. Once we've made our acceptances and denials, some of you guys will be put on a waiting list. So to the point where we're not quite sure if you're ready for AP, but we will be looking for a little bit more information. And typically what we want to see is kind of how you're doing in your grade 8 year. So we will open up a wait list time period between February 15th and February 19th, which gives parents the opportunity to submit their son or daughter's grade 8 report card. And then we will take that into consideration and then make a judgment if we are going to allow your son or daughter into the AP program by February 26th.
Question often asked by students is, what is the student activity fee? The student activity fee is a voluntary fee of $65 paid annually by students to enhance and support their high school experience. Students are asked to pay the school activity fee through School Cash Online and to upload a PDF copy of the receipt to the Google Doc provided on the WeRBR website under Students by November the 27th, 2020. So these are just some of the activity fee items that are included in the cost, but it's not limited to just these items alone. There is a full listing on the WeRBR website under the Parents tab under graduation fee and student activity fee. So if your parents are interested in seeing exactly what that $65 does cover, please direct them there. It is there to help support the costs to enhance your experience annually while at Bishop Reading. and it is a worthwhile fee to pay. In addition to the activity fee question, we often get the question about how do I connect with Bishop Reading for the latest news. The first and most important way that I would suggest you connect with us is one through our WeAreBR website, .ca. The other important app that we use as a school community is the My School Day app, and I suggest that you all download this My School Day app and select Bishop Reading, and then subscribe to the channels that we offer on the app, namely our main channel, which is our main school page channel, along with our guidance channel, where we will post quite often notifications for our student community. You can also follow us on Twitter for update information, or on Instagram, which we've just set up recently. So just some dates and next steps for you to consider as we go through this registration process starting on November the 6th. For the registration cycle this year for 2020, we are opening up registration November the 6th and closing it on the 27th of November. So what does that mean? On November the 6th, I will be opening up my blueprint for our family of schools to begin submitting their courses online. I will be closing this on November the 27th at 3 p.m. for our family of schools. By November the 27th, all students are expected to register and have paid the activity fee by this time. This would include students who are also taking the AP exam. If you are pre-registering for the pre-AP program as well, you'll need to follow the additional steps that Mr. Cicero outlined on our WeAreBR website under advanced placement. So please follow those instructions, or just simply rewind this video back to the section that Mr. Cicero talked about regarding our pre-AP program. In addition, we are going to allow for elective changes and or level changes for students, and parents have until February the 15th to review course selections with their students and to notify guidance of any changes. This year the process is going to be a little bit different. There are no course verification forms going out, but we will be setting up a Google form where you can make a course request change. This Google form will be found on the WeAreBR website under the Student tab. It will either be posted under Grade 8 information or under the Quick Links tab. So changes again include a level change or an elective change. Keep in mind that the AP committee is reviewing all AP applications within the following time frame, from January the 4th, 2021 to January 22nd, 2021. So by the 22nd of January, you will be notified as to the number of AP programs that you were accepted for. It would be based on the number you applied to. So if you applied to 5 and were accepted to all 5 programs, then you're going to get 5 separate emails, as Mr. Cicero pointed out. If you do hear from us, but you were not selected, or you were selected for one and do require another one, you will be waitlisted. Pardon me. You will be waitlisted for pre-AP. You will still be able to attend BR because you are coming to us from our feeder school, and you will be you will have no issue there. But if you are waitlisted for pre-AP, we're going to need a little bit more information from you, and that would namely be your grade 8 midterm report card. So that could be uploaded. The time frame for that will be February the 15th to the 19th, 2021, and waitlisted students and their parents will be notified by email by February the 26th. So I hope you found this presentation to be informative and answered many of your questions that you might have. If you have questions that still need to be addressed, you can fill out the Google form that I'm going to be posting with this video on this YouTube channel, and you'll be able to ask your questions there, and we'll answer them in short order.